As I compassionate Savior. I might fall on stumblings. I sing the praises of the burial and resurrection, crying, O Lord, glory to thee. Now let us rise and for the peace, the Master proclaims my word, and let us sing thy salvation, which thou hast given to the faithful peoples. And let every nation be Gentiles, and let every people Israel. Holy God, protect us from the mercy in us. Holy God, protect us from the mercy in us. Glory to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and to the age of the age. Almost wishing to serve his family, so to God, our sins and acts from our iniquities. O Lord, protect us from our infirmities, we need to save. Lord, mercy, Lord, mercy, Lord, mercy. Glory to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and to the age of the age. Our Father, which is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil one.
Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, and the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto the ages of ages.
Amen.
Отца и Сына и Святого Духа. Братья и сестры, в этот день, в каждый год мы стоим и молимся перед плащаницей, перед гробом Господа нашего Иисуса Христа. И в этом году это чуть-чуть по-другому. Некоторые из нас молятся в храме, очень малое количество, и другие молятся дома. Предполагается тоже перед бумажной плащаницей, по крайней мере. И в этом году, братья и сестры, чувствуется то одиночество, которое сам Христос чувствовал на кресте, когда только его мать и один ученик остался с ним. И все мы чувствуем это одиночество в этом году. Мы не молимся вместе, а мы молимся отдельно. А действительно, мы вместе молимся, а мы не видим других вокруг себя. И в этом году, братья и сестры, мы одновременно подражаем и апостолам, и мироносицам. После распятия апостолы убежали, спрятались. Но, братья и сестры, я знаю, что вы не это делаете. Вы не бойтесь, у вас нет малодушия, а все-таки, как в этом году, 2000 лет назад, Христос лежал в гробе без друзей. Тоже в этом году Он лежит в пустом храме. А Он любит всех нас. Он любит своих апостолов. И апостолы думают о Нем. Они хотят быть с Ним. Одновременно мы подражаем мироносицам. Мироносицы сильно подвязались, а все-таки им надо было ждать. Конечно, если любимый учитель умер в пятницу, они бы хотели сразу помазать его миром, захаживать за гробом. Они не могли, потому что это была суббота. Там были такие правила. Они должны остаться дома в течение дня до того, как еврейский закон позволял им заботиться о Христе. И что и произошло из-за этого, братья и сестры? Потому что они были послушливыми, потому что они ждали до этого момента. Они были первыми видеть воскресшего Господа. Сейчас, братья и сестры, с грустью мы стараемся быть послушливыми нашим архиереям. И трудно. А дай Бог то же самое. Когда уже разрешается возвращаться к нормальной жизни, мы будем тоже видеть что-то особое, как мироносицы видели, когда они ждали и потом приходили к пустому гробу. Brothers and sisters, today, as every year on this day, we have interred the image, the Epitaphion, the plащаница of our Lord Jesus Christ in the tomb. It is much different this year. It is much different this year, but maybe in many ways more similar to what it was like on that very day 2,000 years ago, when only his mother and one of his apostles remained together with Christ on the cross, when only Joseph and Nicodemus were there to bury him. I know, brothers and sisters, that you have not run away. I know that you would like to be here. I know that you have not run from the cross. But still, each of us, the few of us that are allowed in church, each of us in our own homes feels the loneliness that Christ felt in this year, and which adds an extra spiritual dimension to what we experienced this year. When we are all together, we do not understand the loneliness that Christ felt. We read about the sufferings, we see the wounds on the icons, but we do not experience any of that. And this year we experience a very small part. We experience the loneliness of being alone on these holy days. In this way, we are imitating at the same time the apostles and the myrrh-bearing women. The apostles went off and were not there, for the most part, to see the crucifixion. Again, we are not imitating their fear, because we know what will happen. We know what awaits Christ in the tomb. But all the same, we are hidden, thinking on our own about what has happened to the Lord, not wondering, as the apostles did, about what will happen, but still alone, thinking about Christ. We also imitate the myrrh-bearing women. Of course, if your beloved teacher died on a Friday afternoon, you would want to do all that you could to be with him, to be with the body, to take care of it right away, to anoint it with oils, to put it in the tomb, and do all of the necessary things. Just like you would like to be here today. And as this year, we have instruction from our bishops to stay home out of love for our brother, out of hope that together with prayer and obedience, we will defeat this virus that affects the world. The myrrh-bearers also had to stay home. They wanted to anoint Christ right away, but because it was the Sabbath of the Passover, they had to stay home and they had to wait. And I want to remind you in this difficult year for all of us, what came of that obedience, what came of that waiting. The fact that the myrrh-bearing women waited 24 hours in their case before going to the tomb of Christ meant that they were the first ones to witness his resurrection from the dead. We do not know how much longer we will have to wait, but let us take this example from the Holy Scriptures. Let us have full confidence and faith that after this period of waiting, we too will return to church as the myrrh-bearing women went to the tomb to find it even more resplendent and even more beautiful than they thought and they remembered. He that is his blessed, even Christ our God, always now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Most holy Theotokos, save us. Glory to thee, O Christ our God, our hope. Glory to thee. May Christ, the true God, who for us men and for our salvation disdained to suffer the dread passion and the life-giving cross and voluntary burial in the flesh, through the prayers of his most holy Mother, the holy righteous ancestors of God, Joachim, and of all the saints, have mercy on us and save us, inasmuch as he is good and loveth mankind.